Well, they're gonna lift up the top cup, and this is what's gonna happen, guys. Alright guys, let's get started with these pranks. And our first prank requires you to have 2 cups, a balloon. This is a water balloon, by the way. I already filled it up with water. And you're also gonna need a push pin like this. Now on this cup right here, guys, I've already attached a double-sided piece of tape because that's where I'm gonna stick the push pin on, just like this. Make sure that it's super straight and that it's pretty sturdy on there. Alright, so at this point we set up 1/2 of this prank. Now the other half, like I said, we have the water balloon ready to go, and then we got a regular looking cup. Now this cup on the bottom, we're gonna poke a couple holes on it. So stab it. Something like this will do. Now we're gonna take the water balloon and we're gonna throw it in there. Just like that. And then we're gonna take the cup and leave it sideways. The cup with the push pin is actually gonna go inside, but not all the way, of course, because we don't wanna set off this prank on ourselves. So we're just barely gonna leave it in there. And that is it, guys. That's the whole prank. So let's say you left this on the kitchen table or the kitchen counter. If your mom or dad happens to walk by and sees these and they're cleaning, well, guess what they're gonna do? They're gonna try to stack them up. So since this one's already kinda in, they're just gonna push it in all the way, and this will happen. And if you can see, kinda reddish colors, because I put some Kool-Aid in there, but it was pink lemonade. Anyway, guys, instant results right here. See, the push pin punctured the balloon and it caused it to pop. And since this had openings on the bottom, the water went all over the place. And if your parents weren't cleaning, now they have an even bigger mess to clean up. See how simple these booby traps are, guys? Remember, I have lots more at my channel, so check those out after this video. For the following prank, you're gonna need a styrofoam cup like this one. And you're also gonna need a baggie. This is a sandwich bag. You can find this in your kitchen. We're gonna take this cup and we're gonna cut off the bottom just like we do with a lot of our pranks. Just like that. Alright, so far so good. We're gonna set this aside. We're gonna take our little baggie. We're gonna open it up because we're actually gonna fill this up with some Kool-Aid, which I have prepared here in this bottle. So I'm gonna pour some in there. Alright, this amount will do. So I'm gonna take the Kool-Aid and I'm gonna put it inside the cup. Just like this. You guys can push it in. And then since the top is visible right here, and you can clearly see that there's a bag in there, we're gonna cover it with another cup. So just leave it on there. Now if somebody comes over, they can either push this down and cause a mess like this. See? But this next scenario can also happen. Someone might actually pick up this stack of cups, and when they do that, this will happen. It'll actually drop, guys, because of the opening that we have underneath. For this next simple booby trap you can set up, you're gonna need 2 cups. Now these cups can be styrofoam or plastic as long as they're not see-through. So if they look like this, where you can't see the inside, then that is perfect. You're also gonna need some rice. So what I'm gonna do here is, I'm gonna pour some rice inside one of the cups. About 1 inch of rice will do. Yeah, this stuff gets all over the place, guys. I'm just gonna take the other cup and put it over the rice. So I'm gonna cover the rice. Then what I'm gonna do is take this stack of cups and flip it upside down. And I probably poured in a little bit too much, but that's fine. It didn't make a huge mess. So I'm gonna clean these off. Right, so I made a little mess that I just cleaned up, but the bigger mess is inside the cups. So next time somebody comes over and maybe they need a cup for a drink that they wanna pour themselves, well, they're gonna lift up the top cup and this is what's gonna happen, guys. Yep, all that rice will scatter all over the place, and Rice is not easy to clean up, guys. It gets annoying because they're little small pieces and they go all over the place. So yeah, it's a mess that I would get annoyed cleaning up. If you're a true prankster, you're gonna try this out on your parents. Alright, so these last two pranks, guys, we're gonna need 2 cups. And we're gonna be reusing these 2 cups, actually. So, one of them is gonna be normal looking. We're not gonna touch this one at all. But this one we are gonna tamper with. And again, it's best if you use non-see-through cups. So make sure both cups are non-see-through. And it's best that they're identical cups. So this one right here, guys, we're gonna remove the bottom. So let's cut that off. Alright, see, the bottom is gone. This you don't need, so throw away if you want. But at this point, we got one regular looking cup. And then this one, of course, it looks regular from the side. All right, so this cup right here, guys, I'm gonna fill up with oats. You guys don't have to fill it up all the way. Just get enough in there. All right, that's enough to make a mess. And I'm gonna take that same lid from my oats and place it over this cup. And then I'm gonna flip it over while holding onto the lid. Just like this. Alright, so I flipped over the cup and all the oats are still in there, guys. So whoever lifts up this cup will make a mess. But we're not done yet. See, there's a reason why we cut out the bottom on this cup. Well, that's because we're gonna place this cup over the other one, like so. So it'll be on top of it. And then while it's centered, we're gonna fill it up with oats. And I'll just leave it halfway. And that's it, guys. There's nothing to be suspicious about. It's just that it looks weird. And you can't even tell that the bottom has been removed from the top cup. So next person that sees this on the counter or the table, they'll try to lift it up. And then the following will happen. They'll pick up the top one first and this happens. Oh no. And then when they try to lift this one up, oh, more mess. So yeah, guys, look at this mountain of oats that we created by setting up this prank. You guys can have a lot of fun at home. Just leave these cups in random places and somebody's bound to pick them up. And when that happens, this occurs. Alright, and for this last one, we're gonna recycle these cups once more, guys. So remember, we have a cup that doesn't have a bottom because we cut it off. See? We removed it. And then we got a normal looking one. So we're basically gonna do something very, very similar, but in a different way. I mean, I guess the result will be the same because it will be a mess. So we're gonna take the one cup that's intact and we're gonna fill it up with oats. And yeah, we are gonna go all the way to the top this time. All right, all the way to the top. Then I'm gonna take the bottomless cup and I'm gonna place it upside down on top of the regular one. But what I'm gonna do this time is I'm gonna tape it on. You don't have to tape it, but I think it's easier if you do use tape for this. I'm gonna wrap it around, joining both cups together. And this is only temporary because we will be cutting it. All right, so it should look weird like this. And see, we got the top right now exposed. So I'm gonna take some oats and fill up the whole thing. All right, that is a lot of oats, which means it's gonna be a huge mess. Again, I'm gonna take the lid from the oats can and I'm gonna place it over the cup. I'm gonna flip it upside down once more. Just like this, and I'm gonna lay it on the table. All right, perfect. The setup is almost complete, guys. What's left now is to actually cut around the tape so our victims are able to lift up the cup. Of course, you gotta be super, super careful, guys, because you don't wanna fall for your own prank. So just barely go around it. Okay, and the prank is set at this point. You guys can actually write on top, lift cup, something like that. So whoever sees this, if you leave it on a counter or a table, they're gonna think it's weird looking because you never really find 2 cups stacked up like this. So if it says lift, that's what they'll do because people always follow instructions, right? And when they do lift it up, this is what's gonna happen. Oh, wow. And then if at this point they still haven't learned their lesson and lift up this cup, that happens. So again, it's a huge mess, guys, and definitely it's not something you want to fall for, but if you want to set these up for maybe April Fools or maybe as a payback because somebody got you with another prank, try this out. It leaves a big mess, and then again, it's something that nobody would want to fall for. If you guys want to substitute oats for rice, which rice happens to be even more annoying to clean up, go for it, guys. I would use rice if I was to be really mean, but for this occasion, I'm just gonna stick with this. Remember that I have lots more pranks at my channel, so please check those out, guys. And more pranks coming in 2019, so stay tuned. I hope you gave this video a like and that you subscribe to this channel. I'll see you guys in my next video. When your victim opens the door, this is what's gonna happen. Who's gonna win, the balloon or the push pins? Of course, the push pins are gonna kick the balloon's butt. And this is what's gonna happen.